Hey everyone, James Klim here. Welcome back to my Final Fantasy XIII HD walkthrough. I actually skimmed ahead a few parts to see anything awesome coming up, and there are a few things coming up. Unfortunately for me, parts 76 and 77 are completely 100% full gameplays. Yeah, actually, except for, well, there's a small part in part 77 that's not gameplay. It is a cutscene coming up, but anyway. All gameplay this part, yay! 13 minutes is not as long as the last part. I'm actually going to put my mic down and talk a bit louder because I'm kind of getting tired of holding my mic. So, like I said, we're on the 5th arc. We're doing good. Trying to think of a good conversation to talk about. Oh, my cat's coming over. What's up, buddy? His name's Tigger. My dad calls him Butch for some reason. Butch Tigger, yeah. Me and him do head rubs, like a headbutt, except instead of butting each other with our heads, I put my head on top of his head and we just rub back and forth. It's so sexy. It's awesome. He's a cool cat. We actually don't know if he's a guy or a girl because he's wild, and I never bothered to check. But he's a cool cat. Very nice. He now goes to our house and eats food. We feed him. But yeah, he is wild, which is kind of cool. We have a wild cat. He could be like a freaking bobcat for all I know, but I'm pretty damn sure he's a regular cat. What's up, buddy? Yeah. He has an interesting fur coat, so he might not even be a guy, like a regular cat. But that's besides the point. And I should turn on my back porch light because it was getting dark and I heard noises and I'm like, I don't want a freaking bear to come and maul my legs off. So I turn on my light and now there's a lot of bugs around me. That's not good. And I'm gonna have my cat rub his face against the mic and see what happens. He's rubbing his face. Yeah. Did you hear that? That was his head rubbing his head against the mic. Here we go. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Keep rubbing that head. Ha. Keep rubbing that head. Get it? Sex joke. Yeah, anyway. So yeah. Don't really know what to talk about. Except bugs invading my goddamn computer. Oh, I feel like I'm letting you guys down again. So let me explain a bit more on what's going on in Chapter 10. So, let me, guys, I guess I'll ask you a question before I go on my elaboration of Chapter 10. So far, what have been your favorite levels of Final Fantasy XIII? Chapter 1, the Hanging Edge. Chapter 2, the Pulse Vestige. Chapter 3, Lake Brescia. Chapter 4, the Vile Peaks. I actually thought it was called perhaps the Veal Peaks, but it's the Vile Peaks. Chapter 6, the Garpa Whitewood, I think is how you say it. Chapter 7, wait, what? Did I skip a level? No, Chapter 5 is the Garpa Whitewood. Chapter 6 is that waterscape area. Chapter 7 is Palampolum. Chapter 8 is Nautilus, I believe is how you say it. Chapter 9 is the Palmese, and this is Chapter 10, the 5th arc. My favorites so far, well, I'll say my least favorites. My least favorites are probably Chapter 5, 2, 5 and 2, Chapter 2 with Pulse Vestige, Chapter 5 the Garpa Whitewood. I believe that's it. The ones that I despise and don't like at all are Chapter 4, the Vile Peaks. I don't like that level at all. I guess it's a good level, but I mean, just the area itself. Ugh. Chapter 10 is kind of going on the ones I don't like at all. I mean, this is a great chapter nonetheless, but I grind for a crap load of hours, and I get kind of pissed off at the level. I'm like, this level sucks. I've been on it for so long. But no, this is the great level. Levels that I love to death. Chapter 7, definitely Palampolum is up there. Chapter 9, the Palmesia. And, yeah. And ones that are good levels are Chapter 10 and Chapter 6, the Waterscape. So right now we're making our way to deeper into the Pulse Vestige. Like I said, it is a training ground for Lassie. Bartanilus apparently sent us here so we could train and destroy Cocoon. And pretty much by destroying Cocoon, I'm not sure if it mentioned this, and if it didn't, I'm pretty sure it did. But if it didn't, I'm gonna spoil it anyway, or at least nothing too big. By destroying Cocoon, we will bring back the Maker. So let me just start over. Sarah got turned into a Lassie. Her focus was to lead Lightning, Hope, Vanille, Zaz, and Snow to her. That was her focus because those are the tools for the destruction of Cocoon, and pretty much Sarah's goal was just to lead the tools into the shed. Ha ha ha. And she did. That's why she turned to Crystal. That was her focus. Dash's focus was to seek out the missing tools, which was Zaz and Vanille. I guess Zaz is because I mean Dash. I'm sorry, Dash is. I think he got turned into a Faust. I know he got turned into a crystal before all this stuff happened. So I guess he was like, oh, just in case anything goes wrong, Dodge is a lessee and he'll lead the tools to the shed, pretty much. And Lightning, Hope, Zaz, Fang, Vanille, and Hope. If I said that, the 6 main characters are the tools to destroy the Cocoon, and by destroying Cocoon, you would have to destroy a fallacy called Eden, which supplies his life to the entire planet. And by destroying by destroying Orphan, which is the thing that does life. I'm trying to explain this really good, but I'm fucking up every word I say. By destroying Orphan, you destroy Cocoon's life source, and Cocoon is destroyed. And that big of a sacrifice, or Cocoon's destruction, would cause billions and millions and shitload of people dying, because on Cocoon they would die from the planet blowing up, essentially. It wouldn't really blow up, but there'd be a lot of dead people regardless of what happened. And that's a big enough problem for the maker, the creator of both the humans and Fallacy, to return and do something. I don't know what the maker would do. He might start like a new world, but apparently Bartanis is like, oh, I want to die. Bartanis is emo. He wants to die. He wants to cut himself. Or actually, I guess he's like an open emo. Like regular emos would just cut themselves by themselves. An open emo would let other people cut them. So Bartanis is an open emo. He wants people to cut him, aka kill him. So I guess he's like a suicidal open emo. Bartanis is. So he wants, well, Bartanis doesn't want to kill himself. He just wants, well, I guess he kind of does want to kill himself, because by killing Orphan, he's pretty much killing Bartanis, because Orphan supplies his, I believe Bartanis is a Sanctum Fallacy, which is on Cocoon. So if you killed Orphan, that would fuck up the Sanctum Fallacy, meaning Bartanis would die. So yes, I guess he technically does want to kill himself. But I think, oh yeah, I mentioned in Chapter 9 that only, I think it was like Sanctum Fallacy can't kill Sanctum Fallacy. So Bartanis, no matter what he can do, he can't kill Orphan. And he needs tools to do it, which is why Lassie are made. And, yeah, so even though he wants to die, technically he needs people to do it for him, because he can't kill himself, I guess. So that's my theory. If I'm wrong, please correct me. If I'm right, tell me I'm right, I guess. I'm sure there's someone on here who's a goddamn expert at this game and is like, you're wrong, you freaking loser. But anyway, like I said, we're venturing deeper into this thing to find clues about what the hell is going on. In this chapter, there are 2 bosses. One's well, they're both easy. I would say the last boss is probably the hardest out of the 2. But they're both fairly easy. And yeah, so this is like, look at this. This is such a cool level. Very nice. However, you get like no CP out of doing this. I actually found like a really good way to grind in this area. I'll actually explain that in later parts. But pretty much, when I was grinding in this area, I would go from the beginning of the level to the very end and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's what she said. That's what she likes. And I got around 21,000 CP, which is very bad. It took me like 40 to an hour each run. Actually, probably like an hour and a half each run. And I got 21,000 CP. That's very bad. I actually found a way around that where I was making about 24,000 CP in about 30 to 40 minutes. So that was good. And right here, I'm just trying to figure out where the hell to go, because I'm kind of confused where I am right now. But yeah, we are getting somewhat close. I thought we were getting close to the ammo. It turns out we're like halfway. Okay, never mind. Never mind, YouTubes. Never mind. I'm actually saying YouTubes a lot more, which is kind of ironic or kind of interesting. I hate these fucking birds. That bird that has like the that thing on its back. It reminds me of a character from Naruto that has like that big ass blade on her back. I don't watch Naruto, but some girl had like this big blade. Kill those things first, because they put like debuffs on you, and by debuffs I mean they like make you weak to physical attacks, and they make you dazed, which makes you stunned. You can't do anything, which is bad. And there's a fucking bug on my shoulder. God damn it, these bugs. So these guys are fairly simple. They just attack you, but go after those things that that debuff you first. Oh man, what a mouthful! That's what she said. I'm yawning like a loser. There's an item. I got 600 gil, which is not anything at all. Yay! Kill this guy. People requested that I speed up fights, but I mean, if I sped up fights, I'd probably be on like part 40. But I don't know, just keeping all the fights here and there, just because. Only thing that I speed up is like looking at dialogues and stuff, or like really annoying fights that go on forever, like those armored lizard fights. They go on for like 5 minutes of me doing just the same shit over and over and over again. So I just speed it up because there's really no point in me showing you 5 minutes of that. But yeah, that is my little rant on the story. I'm adjusting my mic right now, trying to get a good pose. I'm actually holding my snowball up to my mouth. Patrick Bow Wow. I'm trying to get the best input for you guys. I really don't want, you know, like the background noise, like the trucks going by my highway to, or going by the highway. I don't own the highway. I'm yelling again. But yeah, the beginning part, if you really want to grind a lot for CP in this chapter, definitely grind towards the very end of the level. Don't do it in the beginning unless you want to spend a shitload of time grinding, more than I did. So definitely, if you're going to grind towards the very end of the level, because those enemies give you like 10,000 CP each run. And that's the majority where you get most of your CP from. So, it's about 9:45 p.m. where I live. I live in New Jersey Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'll actually talk about that in the next part. Well, I have something to talk about. Okay, I'll talk about Tulsa, Oklahoma in the next part. Yeah! And right there, I cut out another part. I paused for some reason. Probably looking at the strategy guide. Speaking of which, the strategy guide is a damn good strategy guide. Definitely pick it up if you haven't gotten the chance. So apparently I made a few people go out and actually buy this game, which is not what my intention was. I was gonna, like, usually when I make walkthroughs, I don't really make walkthroughs because I want you guys. I make the walkthroughs for people to view, or I don't really usually make walkthroughs as a walkthrough. I usually make walkthroughs because I like the game a lot and I want to replay it through it and I want to show you guys my experience. So obviously, you don't really need a walkthrough for Final Fantasy XIII if you have the strategy guide, but if you guys are playing this game because of me, awesome. If you're just watching it because you want to and you have no intention of playing this game, or you already played it and you are just watching this for fun, that's probably okay too. That's probably the main reason why I'm actually doing walkthroughs on YouTube, just for the fun. My intention is definitely not to help anyone out, because well, if I do, that's great. But going into making walkthroughs, my first intention was not buying a game and, you know, showing people what to do. It's just showing people my experience of me playing that game. But if you guys get something out of this walkthrough, and if you figure out something you didn't know before, great. And like I said, that's not really my intention, but if I do it, awesome. And maybe in the comments, or actually send me like a PM message of stuff you want me to do in the later parts. And cause I say PM me because I don't want you to spoil anything in the game, and if you put any spoilers in the video, I will instantly remove them, because it's not fair to the other viewer if they haven't played this game yet. And trust me, there's probably a lot of people who have not played Final Fantasy XIII, so I definitely don't want to spoil anything. I tried my best not to spoil anything up to what we already know. I mean, obviously I could just, you know, flat out say anything I want to right now. And spoil the entire game, but I'm not like that. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this Final Fantasy XIII walkthrough. Stay tuned for more parts, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.